Wednesday was a historic day for U.S.-Cuban relations.
We will begin to normalize relations between our two countries.
American Allen Gross was released by Cuban authorities in exchange for 3 Cubans held in the U.S. as the first step toward normalizing diplomatic ties with the nation. It's a real breakthrough after more than half a century of tense relations.
It was President Kennedy who established a permanent embargo on February 7, 1962.
But once all the diplomacy and homecomings have passed, what can the average American expect in terms of travel? And of course, those world-famous cigars. Well, first of all, don't start planning your summer vacation to Havana just yet. Though traveling to and from the nation will be allowed, traveling purely for pleasure will not be, at least to start. According to Mashable, restrictions will be eased, and you have to have a pretty good reason to be making the trip, something like visiting family, humanitarian trips, or religious activities, amongst others. Of course, once you're there, how you spend your time will be up to you. And you'll have more options with your money than before, that thanks to stipulations of the agreement that allow Americans to use debit and credit cards in the country. Which brings us back to those cigars. Americans will be allowed to bring $100 worth of cigars or rum bought in the country back home with them. The softening of travel restrictions could also be a boon for the U.S. travel industry. The Detroit Free Press quotes the president of travel company Insight Cuba saying he nearly drove off the road when he heard the news. While according to MarketWatch, the editor-in-chief of travel site Cruise Critic called Cuba one of those lost horizon places everyone wants to go. For Newsy, I'm Jasmine Bailey.